planning a trip to Koh Samui, but don't know what to do when you get there? This island has everything from perfect beaches to exotic wildlife, and epic nightlife to hidden cultural gems. I recently spent over 2 weeks on the island, but if I wanted to see the absolute best the island had to offer in just 3 days, this is what I'd do. In this video, I'll show you the best island hopping boat tours that you can take from the island's top cultural landmarks, as well as my top picks for the island's best nightlife spots. And to make it even easier, I've put together a free Koh Samui map with all the spots I mentioned, which you can download from the link below. Let's dive into day one. Let's kick things off with one of the best things to do on any Thai island, a boat trip. And Samui has some absolute bangers. There are 3 major boat trips that you can take from the island, each one with its own unique views and style. First up is one of the most fascinating national parks in Thailand. This place is made up of 42 islands, each with something different to offer. It has towering limestone cliffs, hidden lagoons, jungle trails, and beaches that barely see any crowds. One of the islands even has a saltwater lake inside a collapsed cave system known as the Emerald Lagoon. Others have viewpoints you can hike up to for panoramic views over the whole archipelago. Most tours here include sea kayaking through caves and rock tunnels, a bit of snorkeling, and a Thai lunch on a remote beach, making it one of the most action-packed and adventurous boat tours you can take from Samui. This is Anton Marine Park, and it lies about an hour's ride away from Samui by speedboat. But if you're looking for something more relaxed, or just don't want to commit to a full day tour, there's one island that's perfect for a short escape, and it's definitely one of the more unusual ones. Famous for the army of pigs that have made the island its home. You'll get there in about 30 minutes by longtail or speedboat, depending on where you're staying. Once you arrive, you can feed the pigs, take a swim, and enjoy some time snorkeling in the calm, clear waters just offshore. It's not a packed itinerary, but that's the whole point. It's more about chilling out, snapping a few fun photos with pigs, and sipping a coconut while the pigs sunbathe beside you. This half-day trip to Pig Island is one of the quirkiest experiences that you can have near Koh Samui, or anywhere in Thailand for that matter. For something truly spectacular though, there's one spot that's been called one of the most beautiful islands in all of Thailand. This place is made up of 3 tiny, jungle-covered islets connected by a natural white sandbar. From above, it looks like something out of a travel magazine, and in fact, it's one of the most photographed locations in the country. The water here is ridiculously clear, making it perfect for snorkeling. There are coral reefs just off the beach where you can spot everything from clownfish to moray eels. This is Koh Nang Yuan, and it lies just off the coast of Koh Tao, but can be visited as a full-day adventure from Samui. If you plan to visit Koh Tao later in your trip, you probably don't need to do this one from here, but if you do, it makes for an amazing adventure. Back on the mainland, it's time to switch gears though, and focus on Samui's nightlife. Thailand's islands are known for their wild nightlife, but while Koh Phangan has the legendary full moon party, and Phuket has Bangla Road's neon chaos, Koh Samui has its own scene that's just as buzzing, but a little bit more refined. What I like most about Samui nightlife is that it's got a bit of a classier feel to it than other parts of the country. That's not to say you need to dress up or spend a lot of money. The island's nightlife still covers the full spectrum. You've got beachfront cocktail lounges, live music bars, Muay Thai fights, and even cabaret shows. But compared to other islands, I think there are a few more options for nice restaurants and cocktail bars and wine bars, and the island just has a cleaner, tidier feel to it. If you're looking for the heart of the action in Samui, there's only one area you need to know about. Chaweng Beach is Samui's nightlife hub, and you can start the night by having a beer or a cocktail as you watch the sun go down on one of the many beach bars on the beautiful beach. Most of the nightlife in the area is grouped together at the northern end of the beach, and at night is when it really comes alive. One of my favorite bars that I experienced when I was there was an excellent cocktail bar tucked away just off the Chaweng Main Road. It's a low-lit hidden gem just a short walk away from the main party strip. This bar had one of the best cocktails that I experienced on the island, and all its signature drinks were named after Koh Samui landmarks and incorporated local flavors. So if you're looking for some chilled out cocktails in Chaweng, make sure to head to Savan Bar for some of the best drinks on the island. But there is one spot on the island that once the night gets going, it consistently pulls in the biggest crowds. I'm not usually much of a clubbing person these days, but I'd heard a lot about this place before coming, and it did live up to the hype. Set right on the sand, this beach bar turns into a full-scale party every night with live DJs, fire shows, and multiple bars, and even a swimming pool running until late. This is Arc Bar, and it's the go-to party spot on Koh Samui, and even though I'm not much of a clubber, I really enjoyed it. On day 2, it's time to slow things down a bit though. After a big night out, this day is about soaking in some culture and seeing a different side of the island. The first stop will take you to one of the most iconic landmarks on Koh Samui. This giant golden statue sits on the top of a staircase guarded by dragon-like nagas, and you can see it from miles around. Officially known as Wat Prayai, most people just call it the Big Buddha. It's a stunning temple in its own right, but there are a few more reasons that make it a must visit. One of the quirkiest things about Koh Samui is how close the airport is to the main tourist areas. A few times a day, planes come in low over the coastline, coastline, flying directly above some of the island's busiest beaches, making for a unique photo opportunity. There is no better spot to witness this though than the Big Buddha statue, where the planes fly just over your head just minutes before they land. After exploring the temple and catching a few low-flying planes, there's a surprisingly fun detour just a few minutes away, and it's not something you'd expect to see on a tropical island in Thailand. Tucked away behind a quiet road is a cafe that's home to some of the chillest animals you'll ever meet. Capybaras are oversized, semi-aquatic rodents originally from South America and are known for being calm and friendly. At this spot, you can sip a coffee or a Thai tea while hanging out in the garden with a small herd of them. It's also home to a number of meerkats to chill out and play with too. This is the Capybara Cafe, and make sure you message them in advance because there's only a limited number of guests allowed in at once. From here though, you've got a couple of great beach options nearby, depending on what kind of vibe you're looking for. If you're in the mood for some peace and quiet, there's a small bay just around the corner that's perfect for a lazy afternoon. It's one of the most beautiful beaches on the island, and it's home to some of the finest resorts that the island is famous for. It's the kind of place where you can just float in the ocean without a care in the world, or just stretch out under a palm tree and unwind. And it's called Chermon Beach. But if you're after something a little bit livelier, there's another spot just down the coast with more going on. Here you'll find a nice mix of beachfront restaurants and water sports, and a slightly busier vibe without it feeling overrun. It's great for grabbing a bite to eat or just enjoying some water sports. This is Watersport Beach, and it's just a short ride away from the Big Buddha, and it's also home to the evening spot on day 2. There is another nightlife spot on the island that has a much more laid-back atmosphere than Chaweng, and it's home to some outstanding beachside restaurants, a few chill bars, and importantly, one of the best night markets in Thailand. This is Fisherman's Village, and it's known for its clean walking street lined with upscale restaurants. It's a great spot for couples, families, or anyone who prefers a classier night out over the party scene. Its night market is known for having beautiful artwork and handmade goods, and it's also a great place to grab some street food. While you're here, there's one thing you absolutely should not miss: a proper Thai fire show. If you haven't seen one before, it's a mix of dancing, spinning fire batons, and fireworks, all performed right on the beach at night. Fire shows are a big deal in Samui, and the island is known for having some of the best in the country. But there is one place that stands out above the rest. Every night, just after sunset, a crowd gathers at a beachfront bar that's earned its reputation as the fire show king. This is Coco Tam's, a laid-back spot with beanbags in the sand, tropical cocktails, and hands down the most impressive fire show you'll see anywhere in Thailand. It's the perfect way to end your night in Fisherman's Village. On day 3, it's time to slow things way down. After a couple of action-packed days, your final day on Koh Samui is all about pure relaxation, and there's no better way to do that than at a beach club. If you've never been to one before, a beach club is basically a restaurant, bar, and beachside pool all in one. You can find a spot in a sun lounge or a beanbag and just chill out all day. Koh Samui has become one of Thailand's beach club hotspots thanks to its mix of luxury resorts and laid-back island vibes. Most of them are open all day, and they're designed so you can relax in style without lifting a finger. The spot we visited was Elephant Beach Club, and it turned out to be perfect, especially for families. It's got a clean stretch of beach, a shaded pool area, and a chilled out vibe that makes it super easy to spend a full afternoon. Whether you're with kids or you just want to drink a few beers and listen to music, this spot is perfect. After a chill day by the water though, there's one final spot you need to hit before leaving Samui, and it's hands down the best place on the island for sunset views. Right in the middle of the island, up on the hills, far away from the beaches, there's a cluster of mountaintop restaurants with some of the best panoramic views of Koh Samui. The most well known is The Roof, and if you're planning to go there, make sure to book ahead. It does get busy, especially around sunset. We actually didn't end up going to The Roof ourselves, but instead found 2 incredible alternatives that are well worth checking out. One was a Caribbean style spot serving some of the best food we have on the island, called Sky Lounge. The other was HighLand Paradise with an epic viewing deck and a relaxed vibe. Both had absolutely stunning views over the coastline, jungle, and the sea. Getting up there is part of the adventure. The road is steep and narrow, so most places offer a pickup service from the base, usually from the Roof car park, and they'll shuttle you up in a 4x4. But once you're at the top, you're rewarded with some of the most breathtaking views in Thailand. Perfect for sunset, and perfect for the final meal on the island. But knowing where to go here is only half the story. If you really want to make the most out of your trip, check out this video here, which covers some of Samui's best hidden gems, underrated beaches, and all the mistakes I made so you don't have to. It's the 21 things I wish I knew before visiting Koh Samui, and it'll save you a ton of time, money, and hassle.